Market on close, taking another look at Nvidia. The stock has dropped significantly from its pre-market highs of $198. The company did post another beat and raise on its earnings report. CEO Jensen Huang dismissing talk of an AI bubble on the call, saying, quote, "From our vantage point, we see something very different." Now, what we have seen today is very different trading action in Nvidia. It's been all over the place, so that means it's time for Options Corner. We'll take a closer look at how it's been traded today. Joining us to help us do that, of course, Rick Ducat, our lead market technician here on Schwab Network. As we take a look at Nvidia, I started this morning off talking about how it was trading so much higher on its blockbuster report. We are not higher. We are down almost 3% right now. And as it's performing, let's look at its more broad performance, not just today, before we dive into today. How is it been performing more broadly against the market itself?
Boy, what a difference 6 or 7 hours can make here. I mean, so when we do look at this sector here, Nvidia is not quite the outperformer it once was. It's actually underperforming the SMH semiconductor ETF. It is outperforming tech and the broader market in general, though. But to take a shorter term look at this whole semiconductor space here, this is a 20-day, 4-hour chart here. You can see that we had our earnings, kind of give it this big boost to everything, but it all evaporated. Now we're actually doing worse. So a pretty big bucket of cold water. It seemed like perhaps Jensen Huang had a lot of comments about this whole AI bubble, but he was saying, still Nvidia is uniquely positioned to benefit from this transformational shift in the world of technology toward stronger, accelerated computational AI and all kinds of other aspects of this. So, these things can dissipate quickly. The initial reaction can be very severe. You might be surprised where we are a few months from now.
Oh, certainly, and Zed Francis was pointing out earlier in the show that this is actually within range of the move that was expected. It's not even as severe as the move that was priced in by options traders. So interesting to think about it in that perspective, but it's just such a massive company that its moves are felt so much more broadly in the markets. What I was hearing a lot today, and I'm curious to know if you saw any analyst commentary that echoes the same thing, is that while we are seeing some seesawing and now a move to the downside, still bullish on Nvidia sort of more broadly.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, the analyst coverage seemed to be mostly positive. We saw price target raises from Deutsche Bank, Bernstein, Susquehanna, Benchmark, and more this morning here. And we look at the chart, too. We can see that, things have been improving. For the most part, we had this bounce. We topped out 212.19. We didn't really break below any important supportive levels either here. We can see that this level near 177, we haven't really even tested that part yet where we had this double bottom. We are below our trend line, though. Our blue trend line has been broken. Our white trend line, now we are right back on the money with that particular line that we could draw here. So this whole big push to the upside, we topped out here at our old highs near 195. So just because it was in the expected move range doesn't mean it isn't a big bucket of cold water on your head here if you were bullish in this name.
Yeah, certainly was. And as we look at the options action, knowing this is a heavily traded name, what did it look like today?
I guess to give you a more, anecdotal example here, there's so much activity, it broke my spreadsheet that I used to look at it. So Nvidia is extremely heavy activity. Last time I checked, it's probably much higher now, actually. 5.8 million contracts changed hand, 66% calls. And we can see here that, the open interest for the month, 3.5 million, greater than many stocks, their total open interest altogether.
Well, Rick, we appreciate you being with us to continue this conversation surrounding Nvidia on the backs of their earnings and the seesaw action that we're seeing.